Okay, today, students, we are going to learn about converting measurements. And before I can do converting measurement, I have to have this handy little reference materials chart that I've already given to your parents. This will be your best friend. You will have a copy of this, so you don't have to worry about memorizing all of those formulas. You will have what you need. All right, so basically, with converting measurement, we're either going to be multiplying or we're going to be dividing, but that's going to depend on which one of our formulas we use over here. So let's look at our very first problem. So how many feet are in 3 yards? Well, I don't know. Well, let me go over to my handy dandy chart. Let me look and see, do I see anything with feet and yards? And bam, there it is. So I come over and I write down that 1 yard is 3 feet. Now, I go back to my question and I'm trying to find out, well, how many feet are in 3 yards? So I circle the 3 yards because that's what information I already know. So I write down the part that I know. I know I'm looking for 3 yards and how many are there and how many feet would that be. Well, I use this formula to help me determine whether I'm multiplying or whether I'm dividing. And so since I see one going to a 3, I know that is getting larger. So that means this is a multiplying problem. Well, what do I multiply by? I don't have to think hard. 1 times what number gives me 3? Well, 1 times 3 equals 3. So I'm going to do 3 times 3. And 3 times 3 is 9. So that means in 3 yards, there's 9 feet. Let's try another one. All right, so how many gallons in 8 quarts? Okay, so my two keywords here are gallons and then quarts. So I don't have to think. Let me go over to my handy dandy chart. Let me see, do I find gallons and quarts? And bam, there it is. 1 gallon equals 4 quarts. So I'm going to come back over here. I'm going to write down that 1 gallon equals 4 quarts. Now I'm going to look at my question, write down what I do know, and figure out what I don't know. Okay, so I don't know how many gallons, but I do know I'm looking for 8 quarts. Now again, let's look at our formula to help us. 1 to 4. Does that look like that's getting larger or smaller? Yes, going from 1 to 4 is getting larger, so therefore I am multiplying. So now what number times 1 will give me 4? That's 4, so I write that there. And then here, there's 4. So now, blank times 4 equals 8. So what number times 4 will give me 8? The answer is 2. So 2 gallons is the same as 8 quarts. Now, let's try another one. How many millimeters in 5 centimeters? Okay. So how many millimeters are in 5 centimeters? Well, I look for my words. Millimeters, centimeters. Okay, so let's go over to our handy dandy chart. Bam, there it is. Centimeter and millimeters. So I find out that 1 centimeter equals 10 millimeters. So 10 millimeters here. And then I go over and I look at what information I do know, what information I don't know. I don't know millimeters, but I do know centimeters. I'm going to go backtrack. On this one, I could have divided going backwards because I'm going this way. Since I didn't know, I could have done 8 divided by 4 is 2, or you can do the same. So that one you could have divided as well. All right, so I forgot to tell you that. All right, so let's get back to this one. So now let's look here, 1 to 10. I think you kind of got it by now. It's getting bigger, so multiply. What number times 1 will give me 10? And that is 10. So I use that same idea here. So 5 times 10, we know this. Take your original number, which is 5, and add 1 0 to it when we are multiplying by 10. So 5 centimeters is the same as 50 millimeters. Now, I could go on and on and on with this, kiddos, and I think you probably got it by now. So, basically, whatever your 2 words are, you look for those same 2 words on the chart. That's the easiest way I can explain it to you. But now I want you to practice it. I have some practice problems for you that I want you to practice using your chart, that you can be able to practice converting measurement. I miss you all, and I look forward to seeing you all soon. Have a safe, extended spring break. Be on the lookout for another lesson coming soon.